Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Family is Hard podcast, the podcast where we discuss the humorous side of parenting and life. And do remember that the language and stories are sometimes a little colorful, so make sure the kids are away as you listen. And you can follow us on Twitter at Family is Hard. And if you want to join in and tell stories of your own, you can use the hashtag Family is Hard. And you can join us on Facebook in our group, our official group for the podcast, facebook.com/groups/Family is Hard. And yes, I've said family is hard many times. And if you hear chuckling in the background, that's because me and Monica are joined again by our son, Bryce, who last time he was on thought it was very humorous that we used the word hard in the podcast title. Bryce, is the humor worn off yet, or are erection jokes still funny?
Oh, no, I hope that goes trending on Twitter for a whole nother reason.
It might. It might. I haven't done a scan on Twitter to see if anybody's already using the hashtag Family is Hard and what might come up for that. So,
Yeah, you might not.
But I gave the warning. It's not safe for children. So if you stumble across something else using our hashtag, that's on you. So,
ouch.
But Bryce is on, and of course I'm joined by my better half, Monica, and we're going to talk. We got another story from Bryce's past. As you know, we had him on before. We talked about the time he shoplifted at Kmart with $30 in his pocket. So make sure you listen to that episode if you haven't already. And this story was one that was chosen by Mom. So, Mom, I'm going to let you set the stage for this story and talk about this one.
All right. Well, as any mother will tell you, especially a mom to little boys, we fully want to be the person who they love most in the world, because little boys just kind of, grab a hold of your heart and make it all gooey inside. And as a mom to 5 boys, back in the back of your head, especially when they're little, there's going to come a day where they're going to meet the woman they're going to marry, and, you're going to have to come second. And I'm cool with that, but Bryce decided he was always the little heartbreaker. I mean, he was the kid that, like, when in elementary school, other parents were like pushing their little daughters towards, like, oh, Bryce is cute,
Well, yeah, okay, let's set the stage. Yeah, let's talk before we get to the story. Yeah, let's set the stage on Bryce like that. Bryce, and be humble. Bryce, is it safe to say, particularly when you were in elementary school, you're kind of one of the cool kids, weren't you?
Well, I would say, I guess, I would accredit that to sports.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
I played a lot of sports as a kid, so I was fairly active, and I would say I was a fairly friendly kid. I pretty much got along with everybody.
You were a charmer. Yeah. You knew how to bat your eyes and smile, and you could charm teachers, and you could charm.
Oh my gosh!
Everything else, you were a charmer.
Oh, that hasn't changed at all.
No, it has not. No, I'm sure this will not be the last time where charming Bryce comes up in stories.
Oh no, no.
So to what Monica's saying, Bryce had a lot of girls that were interested in him, and Bryce definitely had a lot of interest in the girls. So
oh yeah.
So continue on.
Yes. I can recall kindergarten on up. The way I always found out was when you go to school with your siblings, they can run faster than you to mom and let mom know Bryce has a girlfriend. Yes. And that's what would happen. So,
which is true with anything. It's true. If nobody could get in trouble, nobody could have anything done.
Yes.
Because the other siblings were itching to get home and tell mom and dad.
Absolutely. So, so what had happened is the few days though leading up to Valentine's Day, we were kind of in an interesting situation because Bryce had a little
fourth grade,
girl.
Correct? Fourth grade, correct?
Yes, 4th grade. So Bryce had a little girl that he kind of had a little crush on, and Jacob had a little girl in 4th grade. He was in 4th grade as well that he had a crush on, and Ike, who was a year older in 5th grade, had a girl that he had a crush on. So we happened to be in Target, and I don't even remember which one of the 3 said, Mom, can I get something for what I think it was actually Bryce, and he's like, for Brooke for Valentine's Day. And I said, okay. So we took him to the dollar section because, this is elementary school. We ain't buying no $10 box of candy. And they each picked out these little cards.
That's my wife that thinks it's the extravagant gift for Valentine's Day is a $10 box of candy.
That's right.
Fourth grade, it would be, man.
I guess, yeah.
Elementary school, if you showed up with a box of like Ferrero Rocher, you were probably like, you're hot shit. Like, damn, this kid used all his allowance to buy her some chocolate. But we didn't get an allowance.
No, you did not.
That's why we paying out chocolate from the dollar section.
If we were paying out 5 allowances, there's not a whole lot left to pay the bill.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, that we got by with what we needed. Like that.
That's right.
I remember okay with that.
As a side note, one of you kids one time saying, "My friend so and so gets $20 week allowance for taking the trash out." I'm like, "What's 20 times 5?" And the kid was like, $100. I said, "How many weeks are there in a month?" 4. I said, "It's $400 a month in allowance I'd have to pay out." And then they just turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a car payment.
I believe one of them questioned me about allowance one time. So why don't I get, what do I get for, helping do this or helping do that? And I said, you get the satisfaction to know you benefited the family.
So anywho, what each of the boys decided on was this it was like a little hanging card, and it had 2 little chocolate hearts on it. So, they got them, and then they picked out their Valentines to do for the rest of the class. And, that's back when you decorated your Valentine box and everything. So there was all kinds of Valentine stuff happening at home. And on Valentine's Day, Bryce was like Mr. Cool. He did his hair. I caught him. There was so much Axe body spray in that bathroom that morning. It was not even funny. So I load all the kids up and take them to school. And we always kind of did stuff at home for Valentine's Day because somehow, and I don't know how this worked out, but the first 14 years that we were married, we had the kids every year for Valentine's Day. And granted, I had full custody and you had primary custody, but it never, ever worked out where the kids were with their other parents on Valentine's Day. So we turned Valentine's Day into kind of a family thing. And so I'd spend the day getting ready for that. Would do.
Bryce, do you remember what we used to do for Valentine's Day as a family?
Oh God.
You don't remember the multi-course dinners?
Oh yeah, we had we did the 4-course. We did like a salad, then we did like the soup, and then the entree, and then the dessert afterwards.
Yeah.
We always had like cake.
Yeah.
Yep. And we would bring out the wine glasses, since really when you have 5 kids, that's the only time you're going to use them. So
we'd have like milk we put our milk in it with the cake, and then did we do sparkling like grape juice then, or was it just like
sparkling grape juice during dinner, because you guys loved that.
Yeah, that was a Valentine's New Year's Eve, the sparkling grape juice.
Yeah, like our ham, our thick noodles, and mashed potatoes.
So we would do make this big production of Valentine's Day at home. And so I picked the kids up, and I'm like, so did Isaac, did so and so like your Valentine? And he's like, yeah. And then I said, Jacob, did so and so like yours? And he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, and Bryce, did Brooke like hers? And he's like, well, actually, Mom, I'm double dating. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. Actually, I like Brooke and Brooke. And so I gave it to them, and they each got one. And I'm like, Bryce, that's not what double dating means. I figure I might as well break it to him that that's not double dating, that's polygamy. But hey, so then we got home and I sat you down and I explained to you that, you can only have one girlfriend at a time, and that, in the future, this is how we do it. And you were just so cute. You just looked at me like, oh, this all makes sense.
Did I ever tell you that almost happened in middle school too?
Oh my gosh. So you did learn?
But it wasn't my idea. It was the two girls.
Oh
They were
my.
like, "Oh, we feel okay dating you at the same time."
Oh my.
Later when it's just you and I need to know who those girls were.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, because it'll surprise the hell out of you who it is.
Because, oh my God, middle school, that would have been when you went to school where I worked.
Yeah, it's gonna surprise the fuck out of you when I tell you who the two girls were.
I was going to say that's not the last time that, Bryce will have, trouble jumping from a girl to another girl there's another story for that, but I didn't know that story. So
Yeah,
yikes.
Bryce, like when I describe all my kids, Bryce is the one that literally wears his heart on his sleeve. He likes everybody. He doesn't want anyone to be disappointed in him. He doesn't want anyone to fight. He just wants the whole world to love each other. And sometimes that love doesn't stop with one person before it starts with the next.
Apparently not. It's, I believe I've heard the same exact descriptors for several cult leaders early on in their lives used too. So I don't know.
Hey, they're going to lead very successful careers. I'm not saying it's a good career, but they are successful in what they do.
I guess.
When you were like in, I don't know, second or third grade, you got in trouble. No, it was second grade. And it wasn't even anything big, but the teacher had to kind of get on you. And the teacher said that you were so understanding and that it made her feel bad. She got on you and she ended up apologizing to you for getting on you. And she's like, I don't even know what happened.
I don't know. That might only be further strengthening the cult leader thing. I don't know. We need to watch this.
Well, there's a guy I work with. He says that he calls that my plague.
Your plague?
That I can kind of just get along with everybody, and I somehow find my way into people's heads. And
Yes.
it's just like,
they also call that like tapeworm, or I don't know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if Bryce ever becomes a news story, this is the episode that will be entered for evidence.
I always used to think I would watch Bryce with like at school events mostly, particularly when I would get to see him interact with his fellow classmates. And I always thought to myself, man, one day he's either going to be the president or a used car salesman, because you could talk your way out of anything. I mean, you could mobilize your fellow students to do stuff. And that's what the teachers would say. I mean, you had a teacher that I had to go into and yell at because she had you teaching math to other students because you did it better than she did.
yeah, let's be honest though, that bitch could not teach.
No, she could not.
Even I know who you're talking about, and I guarantee I taught that class better than she did.
You may have missed your calling in sales, Bryce.
That's true.
Huh?
Said you may have missed your calling in sales.
Although he wouldn't be able to lie to someone to upsell and stuff because
I can't be a good used car salesman because I couldn't jip people.
Yeah, all I had to do to Bryce, if I was fairly certain I knew something that Bryce had done, is I just had to go to Bryce and be like, you know what, you're such a good kid. I love you, and give him a hug and walk away. And within an hour, he was in there Mom, I need to tell you something.
Oh. All right. Well, let's wrap it there. Let's let's wrap it there with Bryce feeling that he was unwarranted of love and support there because he did something bad. And that is the tale of Bryce and the Valentine's Day double date, and
Yes.
which apparently was going to get recreated in a much seedier fashion in middle school. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that off air.
I
So-
know, right?
So make sure, again, this is the Family is Hard podcast. Make sure you check us out on Twitter at Family is Hard, and join in there with your own stories using the hashtag Family is Hard. Just be warned, we don't know what will come up when you search that hashtag, but hopefully some of it does tie back to us. And you can look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Family is Hard, and you can join in there and tell your own stories. So Bryce will be back in the future again for for many other episodes. But Bryce, thanks for coming on and talking about your elementary school love life. Apparently,
Yeah, no problem.
and so Bryce, go ahead, tell all of our listeners goodbye.
I will see you all until next time.
You know, usually with most of your siblings, I would say, hey, do you have some social media you want to plug or anything? But you don't really do a lot of social media.
Yeah, no, I really don't.
I don't foresee that there's really anything you want to share. Right?
He's not even on the Facebook.
No. So,
No, it's been like 2.5 months.
well,
Probably the smartest one of all of us.
probably. So, all right. So, Monica, tell everybody bye as we're going to get off here.
Adios, amigos.
You struggled to tell them bye. That's you stumbled over that. So,
I know, right?
Until next time, this is the Family is Hard podcast. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.